Welcome to a short presentation on Autumn Years Discoveries. If you have seen the presentation on Autumn Years 4, you will have heard us claim that Autumn Years is currently the final book in the series. And then we give you a presentation on Autumn Years Discoveries. Discoveries is actually a spin-off that sees Anya and John clearing out the attic and discovering all kinds of things. It turns out that a lot of their family and ancestors were involved directly or indirectly with a lot of well-known events in history. Everything from distilling moonshine alcohol during Prohibition, being involved in issuing the UK's very first speeding ticket, to meeting Elvis in Germany. Discoveries has a slightly different format to Autumn Years 1 to 4, but it is still in the Autumn Years style. Unlike the other Autumn Years books, there are 12, not 15 chapters, each comprising 2 double-page spreads. There is an opening and a closing chapter, each with 1 double-page spread, and an additional 5 double-page spreads filled with extra exercises. The Discoveries coursebook comes with audio recorded by native speakers and a teacher's guide. As usual, there is no prescribed time frame to complete the individual chapters, or indeed the whole book. Just work at a pace that suits your students. Discoveries is aimed at students of A2, B1 level, or those who would like to expand their vocabulary whilst not going deeper into grammar. There are no specific vocabulary topics covered in the chapters. They are the kind of stories that you might encounter on any tourist trip to an art gallery, museum, or other place of interest. There is still a dialogue, or sometimes a text, which has its own comprehension questions. After an introductory opening dialogue and icebreaker and warm-up exercise, each chapter also has its own dedicated exercise for introducing, learning, and practicing the vocabulary used in the stories. In addition to the icebreaker, vocabulary exercise, main text, secondary text, and additional exercises, Discoveries has 4 other regular features. There are the odds and ends boxes that point out common mistakes which, when rectified, can vastly improve the sound of a student's language with minimal effort. There is a short quiz in which students can debate between 2 possible answers. There is a short text detailing significant events that also happened in the same year as the Discovery story. And finally, Discoveries doesn't have grammar or good to know boxes. Instead, grammar is done in a sneaky and underhand way. The exercise following the secondary text is always based on a particular grammar topic, usually but not always the tenses. In this case, the exercise looks at superlatives. All the hidden grammar topics have been covered in Autumn Years 1 to 4. If your students are struggling to use the correct grammar, they can do the good to know practice exercises at the back of the coursebook. The teacher's guide always tells you which exercises can be used. The exercises also indicate in which Autumn Years books the grammar can be reread and refreshed. The teacher's guide also has homework sheets that provide vocabulary and grammar exercises, as well as a short text giving more background information about the real-life story used in the chapter. So, that was Discoveries. If you have any questions about Autumn Years Discoveries or require any further information about any of the other books or accompanying material in the Autumn Years series, then get in touch with us using any of these options.